this a neat way to travel. Isn't that great? Dum-da-dum-dum-dum. Dum-da-dum-dum-dum.
Lots of headless content management systems can integrate with Astro, but Apostrophe CMS has the best on-page, in-context editing experience, and Astro has the best developer experience. We built our apostrophe-astro integration to bring them together. I'm Tom Boutel, the CTO of Apostrophe CMS. In this video, I'll explain exactly how the apostrophe-astro integration works and demonstrate its capabilities via our new Apollo theme. So what's the new Apollo theme all about? Apostrophe's Astro integration has been available for a while, but developers have been asking for a more complete starting point. Apollo is that project. With interesting features and content types like a blog, authors, accordion widgets, cards, hero widgets, multi-column layout widgets, and slideshows, Apollo demonstrates all the core techniques of apostrophe-astro development. And we've supplied a handy way to pull in the same starter content you see in our videos. Great, but how does it work? While Astro renders pages, Apostrophe CMS manages content. Content in Apostrophe CMS is divided into pages, which are part of a page tree. Pieces, which are documents like articles, products, upcoming events, and even users themselves. Piece pages, which bridge the gap between the two, giving your articles and products their own URL on the site. And widgets, which are units of content grouped together to build editable areas inside documents. When paired with Astro, each type of apostrophe page is mapped one-to-one to an Astro component. Each type of apostrophe widget also maps to an Astro component. And each piece page has two Astro components, one to display the list view, or index, and one to display an individual article in its full glory. When Astro is in the mix, Astro is completely responsible for the front end, which means we can use Astro components any way we like as part of rendering our pages, including deferring rendering to the browser, or importing components from React, Vue, Svelte.js, and other frameworks. But if Astro owns the front end, how does Apostrophe's in-context editing work? When you're logged into the site with editing privileges, Apostrophe injects just enough code to support its own front-end admin UI experience, without taking over the rendering of the page. That means no double coding to support a fully WYSIWYG experience. Apostrophe and Astro play very nicely together. Let's take a look at the Apostrophe Apollo repo. Notice our project is made up of two separate folders, front-end and back-end. Back-end contains the Apostrophe application, where we define piece types like article and widget types like accordion. For each one, we can add editable fields with a few lines of JavaScript and no business logic. Of course, if we want business logic, Apostrophe has robust support for adding event handlers, API routes, async components, and other sophisticated ways to integrate your own Node.js code and go beyond configuring schemas. As well, our schema features support advanced functionality like conditional fields without the need for custom code, or relationships between different content types. Front-end contains the Astro application, with just one Astro component as the front door for rendering each response, the slug component. The slug component matches any page URL and reaches out to Apostrophe to find out what kind of content lies beyond it. Then Astro renders the appropriate page component from its templates folder. Apostrophe's widgets work similarly. These are rendered from the widgets folder. Again, they map one-to-one to Apostrophe's widget types. The apos area component is worth an extra mention. This is where user-edited content in an Apostrophe content area is inserted into any Astro component. Using this feature, you can create nested areas where users are able to create a series of widgets of their choosing, but you still control the rendering of those widgets via the components you've registered for each widget type. Here's how to run Apostrophe and Astro together. When you try this out, just make sure you have the system requirements for Apostrophe CMS, Node 18 or better, and MongoDB. See the Apollo README for more details and a link to Apostrophe's full Getting Started documentation. Keep in mind you can use MongoDB Atlas for a quicker start. First, we'll npm install. Then, we'll run npm run load starter content to pull in the same content you see in our videos and set a password for our first user. Now we're ready to run both Astro and Apostrophe. To start them together, we run npm run dev in both subdirectories. We'll make sure to pass each one the same apos external front key environment variable. This guarantees that only Apollo can talk to Apostrophe in order to pull content from the CMS. When we log in, the page looks much the same, except for the addition of editing capabilities when we click the Edit button. We can edit rich text right on the page. Of course, we have control over what options are offered to the editor. Widgets with their own subfields are edited in a convenient flyout menu, so your editing team doesn't have to make a context shift. We can choose images and upload new images. Because the Apollo project uses Astro's Node.js adapter, there's no need for a static build step. Astro and Apostrophe run directly in the production environment, and pages can be edited at any time. As for deployment, we offer a complete hosting solution for Apostrophe and Astro, guaranteeing no latency between them and integrating smoothly with GitHub or GitLab for automatic deployments. Our documentation includes coverage of how to host Apollo on your own. If you have any questions, curiosities, or comments, please do come find us at ApostropheCMS.com or on our Discord. You could get there quickly via chat.ApostropheCMS.com. Thanks for checking out Apollo.
I was strolling on the moon one day.